I totally forgot to post that we were playing. Oh well. Hi, Internet. Welcome to our little game. We're playing Borg. Who are you guys playing right now?
I'm playing Nessie, the pale one, who looks like one of the aliens classified as a tall white, and who is covered in slime armor that may or may not be snot.
I am Penny, the resurrected heretical priest. I've died once. I'm sure I'll do it again.
And they are currently in the Lighthouse of Weeping Bluff. They are currently trying to rekindle the lighthouse in order for the ship that is meant to take them out of this frozen hellhole out of here. So, they have currently scaled into the lighthouse, made their way up to the broken mechanism, realized that they needed some parts, made their way back down to the workshop, and that is where we left off, with Nessie holding on to the part necessary to make the light function.
Necessary.
I would cause 1d6 psychic damage, but that would kill you.
Very possible.
Our heretical priest has 3 hit points.
I also forgot to update the title again, so it says it's Holy Hops, but it's not. This is not Holy Hops.
This is more Borg Glory, run by someone who doesn't know how to play the game. So,
like all good tales of woe.
it starts with a bunch of ignorance and moves on from there. So you guys are currently in the workshop. All around you is this putrid ambiance. The ceiling is caked in the rotting fecal matter from the floor above. All around you is just the scent of oil and grease. Cold air is wafting in from the not so insulated walls.
That didn't last long.
We'll see.
Think of
2
your
shows.
Guys!
Oh, you're about to lose it.
We didn't get him a drink before we started. That is our
Hello,
parenting
Internet.
fail.
This is our kid.
Again.
Because I need lemonade
You need lemonade.
to survive.
Great. Take this, go downstairs. I love you.
I love it all. I am a larvitar.
Okay, goodbye.
When life gives you children,
Make lemonade.
you open lemonade for them.
So, conveniently found in the corner of this workshop, covered in all the sinew of broken bodies, you find a small child with blonde hair just kind of grafted into the walls.
I will reanimate him as my pet.
You don't have that ability. You try to. Instead, you just create a hand puppet made of flesh.
You want to
I
lose
need
it?
to open it.
It's already open. Just twist. Go on.
Nope.
Ooh, that's dangerous.
Go.
Give us a moment.
You need
How is-
one of those screens that pops up, having technical difficulties.
We only need one. Having Klaus difficulties. Our kid is interesting. He's babysat for this troll before. He is a random encounter, to say the least. But how have you been in the gaming world, Spear? Anything of interest in the universe that's been catching your eye?
I haven't really done a whole lot of gaming recently. Other than this has been a good
Outlet?
yes. So All is well. Hoping to get more into games and whatnot.
Well, hopefully you like more Borg even a little bit. I just kickstarted. Not sure if it's called kickstarting, but I just backed Vast Grim, which is a sci-fi version of more Borg. And so I'm looking forward to throwing you into like a Borderlands / Aliens universe and have you blow some things up or get eaten by something.
Yeah, that definitely sounds like an interesting path to be redirected into.
Yeah, and I figured before we get into like long form storytelling, I was doing like a short story with this and a short story with that.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong.
The root beer.
Are we good?
Yeah.
Is he gonna interrupt in 3 seconds?
Probably.
Okay. So, you're in the workshop with the broken lighthouse part. You know that the light is 2 floors above you.
Yeah, but we cleared out those 2 floors.
So what do you do?
I reset my bear trap and strap it to my back once again.
Because that works out so well.
I also make sure my grappling hook is freed and an easy access.
Cool.
Same with my stingers.
What do you do?
I will, I guess, go back up the stairs.
You see her preparing for like martial combat. You're just like, eh.
I use some of the ichor to like... What are they called? Like...
Battle marks.
Yeah, but like, doesn't it have like a name because football players use it? And they're important.
Mascara.
I don't sports.
I don't
sports either. Well,
Anyway,
I've got bug guts on my face.
not the first time.
Or the last.
So,
Unless I die.
you make your way upstairs, back
Anything's possible.
into the trash heap room where there's that broken window leading into that hive room where there's something big in there. There's also that ladder that leads upward. But this room is a shit pile in the literal sense. There's just mounds of just discarded bits of flesh that are currently rotting in disarray. It's mainly intestinal tracts, stomachs, things that wouldn't make good insulation or walling.
I take one as a boa. One set of...
You try to craft.
I like braid it together. And then I snip parts so that it like fans out like feathers.
That's gonna take a while.
Alright.
Are you okay sitting down?
I daydream about doing it.
Okay.
Did you know that if you lay your intestines out at the full length, you'd be dead?
Welcome to our game, Internet. Expect this level of just garbage.
We are...
We're the best.
I would like to continue up the ladder.
Alright.
I'm trying to avoid the big thing out the window.
Sure.
It's a safe bet.
Both of you make your way up into the lantern room. And again, it's extremely drafty. The glass isn't exceedingly thick, so it's drafty. The seal from the hive isn't also very secure, so there's just this breeze that's blowing through the chamber. You hear the deep buzzing of the flesh sewing hornet in the hive right next to you. But before you is the contraption, broken, cold, and still.
I run and slide up to the contraption. To be dramatic.
It's 5 feet,
I have one on my phone.
and it's like a slatted grate. So
Can
slightly
I roll
like
across it? Can I like parkour roll across the grate?
You can certainly try. Give me an agility test.
It's okay, that one's only 0.
Please roll 1.
14.
Okay. You don't look incompetent as you roll across.
I stand up and say
The floor.
parkour.
That's great.
I love the idea of Penny just going down the stairs, see this. Nessie says parkour, and you just go, "That's great," just like that. Can you roll me a d6 to see how quietly you did this, and to see if anything heard you while you were parkouring?
That's a 1.
That's fantastic. So,
Why do you turn my flavor against me? Do you want a flavorless, bland campaign? I can take my seasoning and go home.
no, I like your flavoring. It's adding spice. As a matter of fact, spice is so invested right now. Roll initiative. Add a little bit of spice.
I was doing that. I was making things more fun now. What do we roll for initiative?
D6. Let me figure out how initiative works again, because I am
5.
bad at gaming. Only one player rolls initiative. Player characters go first, so she rolled well for both of you. As you both are parkouring and
Only one of us parkoured.
commenting on said parkour,
To be fair, I really thought we had already cleared this room. Didn't I leave eyes up here too?
no. You have one eyeball, discreet, in the workshop.
I really thought I had left an eye here too.
Right now, though, out of that hive where that buzzing is, it doesn't discreetly. It stops momentarily as it crawls out of that hive. And it's this horse-sized hornet.
How'd it get in here? I thought there wasn't a big enough opening for it to get in here.
It's a giant opening in the windows. The windows were broken. The hive was connected to it.
Okay, see, I thought it wasn't open enough for it to get in, or I would have been a lot more careful.
Give me a d20 roll. If you roll a 90 or 20, I'll let you retcon.
11.
That's not a retcon number. So you forgot that the window was slightly bigger than you remember.
Do you remember that the window was big enough? I didn't think the window was big enough.
Yeah, because I asked about possibly trying to close the windows.
The windows were broken
So that
and
we
expanded
could,
for the
and they
top.
were. Yes.
I thought that was for the small wasps. At least the big wasp could get through.
So, this horse-sized wasp comes crawling at you. You guys get to go first, and you just get a giant buffalo-sized head in front of you.
I stab
Made
it
of
in the eyes.
Chitin and bristles.
Stab it in the eyes with my 2 stingers.
Go ahead. Make a strength check, because I totally know the rules.
18.
18 will hit. Go ahead and roll the damage.
Oh, you want me to hit the second one? 4.
Can you... I guess I need this. Boo. You nick its head. Go ahead and roll the second attack.
15.
That will also hit. As you're rolling really well.
Borg again.
Okay. It looks okay as you just start carving into its head with the stingers. I guess not carving, just more poking.
Just going for the eyes. It's kind of what I imagined.
Yeah, you go for the eyes, you hit them.
Like boo.
It bleeds a little bit as ichor comes out and it immediately freezes in cold air. Creating this chrysalis around it.
Don't bugs like die in the cold? Like, isn't that a thing?
They're winter bugs. You did not roll high enough for that knowledge. So, after that, what do? You're on the stairs seeing this horse come in and look hungrily at... Well, not hungrily. Look angrily at the two of you.
I will go over and attack it.
I think you got quieter.
I know, right? You will
It
what?
might be because the microphone's right in front of me.
Okay, well...
You know we did that on purpose.
It's intimidating. Oh,
I can
that's
get
terrible.
googly eyes for it.
So what did you roll for your attack? And you have a femur, correct?
I rolled a 2.
No,
I have a
the
staff.
femur.
You have a staff, you go up and attempt to whack it. You do come in contact with it, but it just... You're hitting a wall and you don't have... You're not emotionally invested in this attack. You just want to be eaten alive, so you just go dunk. Oh. No
Yeah.
damage. It is its turn now, and it will attempt to sting the person that actually hurt it. So can you give me a defense roll? Is it a 1?
No idea what it was. I couldn't see it. I went like this and it rolled.
Why did you do that?
Because
Okay.
I couldn't see it. I didn't think it would roll. These numbers are very hard to read. 14.
14 is good. That is exactly what you need to hit. As this creature is very spry. Go ahead and roll that. Parkour.
I get to roll damage against it?
Oh, no. You avoided its attack.
Yeah.
My mistake. Yes, you avoid its bite. Good job. So after that, it is back to your turn as it crawls further into the room, gazing down and using the top of the lantern chamber as its footing to get a good vantage point over the two of you.
So it got away.
It's not away, it's well within reach of both of you. It's basically like right here above my head.
I take the bear trap off my back and go.
Give me a normal attack.
This is you didn't expect me to use the bear trap this way, did you?
Parkour! That is a 12, which is not good enough. You go up.
Don't I have something that lets me do something?
You
That's
have
very
multiple
general.
eyes. And before entering this particular chamber, he could have used a special ability to allow you to heal quickly, but neither of you did things. So,
I thought we were safe. I thought we had cleared it, and there was no way for anyone else to get in here. So.
well, mistakes were made. You might die because of it.
Okay, but is that at least a good enough roll that I then like caught the bear trap again, so I can try again?
Give me an agility test.
Because if I can, I would actually like to just hold it over my head,
Sure. Give me an agility
so
test.
that if it attacks me, it hits a bear trap.
Give me an agility test.
What the fuck is that?
It's an 8.
It's a 10. It was cocked.
Oh, well.
It did not spring, and nor is it good defense for you. So, nothing
Never
bad
mind.
happened. Good job. Your turn. You had a chance of doing it. It also had a chance of landing on your head. So,
Can I use my staff to, like, push the bear trap up while it's still in the air?
that was like a quick moment.
Towards it? Okay.
Maybe if you want
Because
to...
the bear trap does the most damage on anything. It's a D8.
You have two things you can do. You can either attempt to attack,
Just attack it, yeah.
or you can hold off, and next turn you can use your staff to grant like advantage on the attack roll. Or distract the wasp so that she can get a better attack in.
I like that idea.
Okay. So what would you like to do?
I'll hold off and be an assist next turn.
Well, you look like an easier target, so the
If I
wasp is
don't
going to try and
die.
kill you. So, give
Remember,
me...
you have omens left.
I do.
That is important. Omens is how you don't die. Go ahead and roll a defense roll, which is agility.
And that's a D12.
Everything is
20.
D20.
Okay.
It's like D&D now.
Oh, you stinker. There we go. What was that, agility?
Yep.
So 17.
Oh. As this wasp has its massive stinger, which is about the size of a short sword, comes at your abdomen, you're just like, no, thank you.
Very polite.
That's always good. Yeah.
Or an expletive, whatever you prefer. It's your character. So after the wasp attempts to disembowel you, go ahead and do your attack roll with advantage as long as you're still willing to help.
Yeah.
Roll twice, take the bigger
That's a
number.
16. I have to see if the numbers are very hard to read.
If you don't like his dice, I'll take them off
Ooh,
your hands.
20.
Ooh, 20s are lovely.
Nice.
Let me look at the rules for that.
Instant death.
Crit attack, double damage, and armor is reduced by 1.
So
Okay.
do 2d8.
Yep.
Bear traps for the win. 4 and 6. 10 damage.
10 damage.
I go parkour.
So this alien-like creature who's obsessed with something that you've never heard about in this French tongue, which does not exist in Borg Morg.
Morkborg?
Borg Morg? Borg. It's Morkborg, I believe. There's a articulation thing in the very beginning. Morkborg is Swedish for dark boy, is pronounced Merkborg. So, you kill the stupid wasp. How does it look to you?
Well,
It's dead to me.
when I imagine that I imagine that when I start doing my parkour thing, I know I'm working that in. So like, kind of run over, have him give me a boost, and then I like fly at it with the thing and shove the bear trap right on its face.
So he was imagining like helping with his staff, and you just step on his back, shove him into the ground.
No, like cheer tosses, like like
No,
coach hands.
That's kind of what I imagine you thinking, but he's like, I have my staff, and then all of a sudden there's just a boot in his back.
I'm assuming I saw what she was planning to do, and I knelt down
Oh, you were helpful.
and went in for the assist.
And I just smashed the bear trap in its eye, so it
Ugh. Okay. It collapses. It falls from the ceiling, gets impaled by the lighting mechanism.
Do you have a knife?
Hooray. I have a knife.
Can you help me get its stinger off? I'd like a bigger sword.
Seems possible.
Give me whoever's trying to extradite the stinger.
Extract?
Extract the stinger from the wasp. Give me a strength test. 10. You pull and you try to cut around it, you pull a bit, and the stinger just shatters in your hand, splitting and becoming more problematic than useful.
Dope.
Which is a shame because that would have been a D6 weapon.
No, right? Almost as good as my bear trap.
Gosh.
Next, I free my bear trap.
You still only get to use that once per fight. You just keep rolling crits on it.
I know.
It's a crit trap. So,
Better than a clap trap.
you could name this thing Claptrap.
I might.
This is the weirdest game.
So is the wasp on the light?
Oh, it was impaled. Some of the mechanical aspects that you were trying to repair is in it presently, so you are going to have to remove some of the bug from it.
I use my backup stinger because I've got 3 of them.
And you just start prying the...
And I start like hacking away at it, like digging with the stinger.
Give me a... What are you doing during all of this?
I would imagine I would also be trying to remove the bug from the light.
Both of
That
you go
has
ahead
to
and
be-
give me a separate strength or
I would like a toughness check, please.
It's a
agility.
better
I will
option.
let you choose in this case.
No,
Well, you get a +2 for agility. That at least makes it a.
6.
Can I borrow an omen?
Nope.
Well, that was fun.
I think I'm dead.
You can't die from.
I rolled a
Failing.
1.
Okay. As you're just hacking into. What did you get though?
I got a
6.
6.
You guys are awful at this. So
We only roll
amazing.
well when the story backs it up. See, we didn't do anything really cool. The dice were not pleased with our offering of action.
Yeah.
So, as you guys are ripping this bee off, you guys get a little too excited with dismembering a creature. And you accidentally start tearing apart the lighthouse a little bit. Or whatever you do to rip the beetle off also rips part of the lighthouse and mechanics off with it. Making it so that you might need a little bit more parts.
Just set the whole thing on fire.
Are bees flammable?
I think we had that conversation last time. Let's test it.
So.
I try to set the bee on fire.
Give me a presence test.
I don't know how I want this to go.
Do you want to roll? I will let you roll.
I don't know if this is a good idea. Should I set it on fire? Can we try to fix it?
Can we actually?
Are the other bees mad?
Is there anything on the ceiling that we can use, like, to throw the chain or rope over, and like hook the grappling hook up to the bee, to like pull it up off of
The bee is removed.
the light? Oh, it is
The
removed.
bee isn't the
Okay.
problem at this point. The problem is you cause further
More damage. Okay.
You do have parts to repair the light source, but it now no longer spins.
Can we spin it manually, where it just doesn't spin? Like,
Can we just
You could
position it?
become the new lighthouse person and just become one of those like whining monkeys. that
Can we
work
get the
sound
donkey
box.
up here and have it do like an ox wheel?
It's an iron wrought spiral staircase, and there's a ladder involved.
Very dexterous donkey.
can we put the grappling hook on the donkey and pull it up?
You can certainly
Can
try.
we lasso some of the remaining bees? Hook them to it, and then they'll just creative problems call for creative solutions.
Give me a. There
We
is an
should go. We
intelligence
should
check.
go look in the workshop and see if there are spinny mechanism fixing pieces.
Give me a presence test from both of you.
11. Well, 10.
10.
So after killing this bug, you want to just go back down to the workshop? Do you at least install the broken parts so that you're not carrying around those parts?
Well, I mean,
That would make sense.
I figured we would leave them there, but like,
Okay.
do we have to fix the other part to fix that part? Like, will we have to disassemble that part to fix the other part if we find the parts?
I imagine it's like A is broken as B is broken. You can replace A, then you can replace B later. It's not something complicated. But you can hold the parts.
But we
okay,
just
that's
took the bee off. Why would we
fine.
replace
You're
it?
a monster. If we were giving out inspiration tokens, you would just roll the monster. So
So we should probably leave an eye here
Yes.
and then go down. Wait, do both of us have to go down?
Do you trust me to find what we need? Do you trust me to not break anything else if you leave me
Well,
here.
I mean, neither of us are
It's an
rolling
alien.
really well.
It's a heretical priest. How would that conversation go? Hey, just rip off one of your eyes, leave it here. It's normal, alien person.
I feel like 2 sets of eyes are better than 1. So I should either go look, or we should leave one of my eyes here and us both go look.
Okay. Yeah, I guess that would make sense.
I also don't feel comfortable leaving you defenseless in this wide open room where the other bees may come to avenge their great bee lord. I leave an eye. I put it on the pile of bee guts.
Give me a presence test to activate that ability. A pile of bee guts.
14
Which
minus
is-
1 is 13.
Yep, which is still enough. You rip out an eye, stick it on the bee guts. Good job.
Thank you.
And the heretical priest just rolls with it.
I say let it be.
Let it be. Let it be.
You make your way downstairs, back to the workshop for the 3rd time.
Making my way downstairs.
You enter this room again, and it looks very familiar.
I should hope so.
Familiar. Look, haven't you ever played something like Resident Evil? This is exactly how it goes.
That's fair. Give me a presence check as you guys look around this room for the missing gear that you ripped out.
Did I bring it with me for reference?
Yes.
Can I get advantage because I have a reference item?
No.
That's fine, because I rolled a... Oh, I guess it's only a 15. Stupid negative one.
So 15 and
9.
the priest has been very illuminating. The person with way too many eyes, however, is like, I don't
makes
see
sense.
the gear.
What?
As you look around, you don't find what you're looking for.
I rolled well.
I know.
You just haven't
It's a-
found what you're looking
You have in your hand, you're looking around for exactly what you need. That's not there. You do
Wait,
find something,
for.
though.
Still
A ledger filled with the inventory of the lighthouse. And you do find that rotary gear is listed as something that the lighthouse currently has. It's just listed as storage.
I walk over to the wall and I use my one stinger to rip a hole in it. Like, maybe it was, like, against the wall and...
No, it's not in. Okay, it's not in this room. There are some things that are clearly labeled workshop, and there's several different items from.
Can I read?
That's true.
I find the ledger and I bring it to him.
I can.
What's this?
You find a ledger. Inside the ledger,
Hey, there's a rotator cuff thing.
a rotator cuff. The rotator cuff
Yes.
is in storage. There's a lot of things in storage that you don't see in this room that you're currently in. The room that you're in, given what's on the inventory list, seems to be the work room. It seems to be mainly tools and useful things for just general maintenance.
Is there a map in the ledger?
There is not.
So we would be classified under the tools, not the useful things.
This is the best game. So what do? You're looking for storage.
So
Do you need a refresher of what you've been through so far?
I think, well,
Well,
the
we
storage was the next floor down, wasn't it?
So far, you've been through quite a few rooms. You have been through the lighthouse entrance. You were birthed out of the membrane wall where there was a shattered lounge behind it with a broken flooring. There was a Hornet's tunnel connecting those two. And that's the first floor. The second floor was the workshop where you currently are. The third floor is the trash heap, and the fourth floor is the lantern room.
Is there like a shed outside that we missed?
There was not a shed, but give me a presence check with advantage because you were attached to the wall.
Chaotic.
With advantage.
It's not much better, but 9.
9. Fortunately, the DC was garbage.
That's good.
The hole in the floor was a hole in the floor.
A hole in the floor was a hole in the floor.
It
Storage cellar
lay down.
or something.
We could use my grappling hook. I
Use the
recklessly
grappling.
take the stairs.
You what?
Recklessly take the
You
stairs.
recklessly take the stairs.
Oh,
Give me a
jeez.
D4.
Because I'm convinced that now that their leader is dead, the others will have scattered or converged on his body. Why do you keep Office looking into the camera?
It's one of my favorite things to do.
2.
2. That's good.
Can I
As
have
you-
your grappling hook before you go down the stairs?
Already down the stairs.
Okay.
You follow suit.
I suppose.
You make your way down from the workshop into the lighthouse entrance. There's that broken membrane place that's like perfectly like comically humanoid shaped that you've been ripped out of or pulled yourself from. And through that you do see the broken up flooring that leads into the basement. And it looks like it was expanded past like a trap door or a ladder system. By the various flesh running wasps. But as you're in this chamber, the buzzing of the hornet's wings is incredibly loud. The papery tunnel is... Ooh, that's the hornet's tunnel, not the chamber. It is extremely warm and humid on the other side of that membrane. It's steamy, and the air is just wafting up from the basement. As you actually descended the staircase, it got warmer.
It must smell lovely.
It does smell better than, the trash room, which you're leaving.
True, true.
And as you're at the membrane, the sound of squelching can be heard below.
The sound of squelching gives me pause. I sneak over to the floor and I peer in.
Alright. As you're in this room, you see that this is by far one of the more repurposed chambers. The entrance room had a lot of chairs and tables and books just kind of plastered to the walls. This room has the same kind of issue. But as you look down, let me turn to the right page. It is glistening in a warm, damp secretion. As you look down, the buzzing is thunderous. Howie, can you roll me a d4?
Sure.
Actually, a d6.
Four.
Great. You are clearly looking at one of the major thoroughfares of this colony. And as you look down into the dampness, you see these two wasps who are currently making their way upwards at you. They're only dog-sized. But no one is surprised at this particular moment because they aren't exactly quiet. Go ahead and roll initiative real fast.
That's D6, right?
Yep.
5.
5. You guys get to go first. Now, right now they are about 15 feet below you, but they are winged and going to be flying up at you soon. So, what do you two do?
How big is the hole?
It is a good 15 feet in diameter. It's a giant hole.
Did you say 50 or 15?
15.
Okay.
I had the same problem.
That's what I thought. I just wanted to check.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
I would like to use
In my other game, someone dropped 15 feet into the water as well. They were like, I dropped 50 feet into the water? And I'm like, no. 1-5. So what were you saying? Sorry.
It was a smaller hole, like they were just going to fit through. I was just going to turn the bear trap upside down on the hole.
Yeah, it's not that small at all.
I drew a diagram and named it the Flory Hole.
Why are you this person?
Thank you for being this person.
Man. I appreciate that.
Sometime we have to have a crossover and have Pip and John at the same table.
Oh, it would be great.
Yeah.
I would love that.
It will not be safe for children, though.
Oh. So, what do you two do? They're 15 feet below you presently.
You said there's furniture in this room, right?
Yes, but it's like plastered and kind of stuck to the walls and stuff.
So there's nothing that I can just push into the hole.
Give me a
You have a
D6.
donkey.
Well, the donkey's
you're-
outside!
As you're looking around.
2.
2. As you're looking around for anything, you find a vase of dried flowers that smell revitalizing.
I eat a flower.
Are you damaged at all?
Yes.
Give me a...
How many flowers are there?
Well, you take a bite, and it does feel like it's perking you up. Do you want to eat the rest of them? It's like an action, and it heals you. You're getting that vibe.
No. I'm gonna wait.
You're gonna wait? Okay.
I was gonna say, if you feel peckish, these flowers are a good call.
As the alien tells you to eat flowers.
And then I
Okay, then.
wind up my grappling hook and ready in action. Can I ready in action in this thing?
To do what?
When they've come through the hole, I'm gonna with the grappling hook.
Okay. What do you do?
How, can we see down there? Like, how
Yes.
is it? Like-
Down below you, it's very similar to this room, but as opposed to the nice dry sinew and acrid vibe, everything down there is wet.
I
It's
thought
still
you meant this
moist.
room, like the room we're in, and I was like, so confused for a minute.
Sorry. There's various rubble of civilization around it. There's shelving and stuff also in disarray. You do see a lot of storage stuff down there. And as you look around down there, you're pretty sure that this is probably the storage room that they were talking about.
Gotcha.
It's not hard to put two and two together since you can actually read the ledger.
Are there any bees directly below us?
There are 2 bees 15 feet below you that know that you're there and are looking fairly aggressive. They are only the dog-sized ones, though. Are there people in chat?
No.
Okay.
Would it be possible to drop the bear trap on them?
It's possible.
What does that require? Do we have to set?
Do
We have
you
to
want to drop
reset
the bear trap on them?
I would more, it would be an agility thing, right?
Yeah.
I would more trust you to drop the bear trap on them.
So
I don't
you-
have very good aim.
Okay.
So you can take it off of its back and drop it onto somebody. Give me an agility test.
Okay.
As you play carnival games on the monster.
Wow. My rolls are not the best
You can use an
today.
omen to reroll.
Do I want to do that? Yeah.
Are you sure?
Alright. Let's give it a shot.
Okay.
That's better. Not much better. 13.
13 is good enough. It's not in the area yet.
Yay.
So you landed on it. Go ahead and roll me a d8.
D8.
I don't think this is 5. That's really low.
Tree.
3. Can I borrow a d6?
I don't need to roll dice.
Alright, it looks fine as you land on its leg and it rips it off, but it still has the remaining 5 as it oozes onto the floor. You missed.
Okay then.
But you did take a leg out. Now it's their turn. They fly up. Go ahead and get your attack of opportunity.
Yes.
Ooh, 19.
I think it's a 19.
It's either
Yes,
19
it's
or
a 19.
61.
I rolled a 61 to hit.
You hit! We're the worst at gaming. Go ahead and roll your d4 plus nothing, because they don't do that.
May
The
D4s
grappling hook
be
only
with
does a
you.
D4? It's a hunk of metal. I thought it would be at least a D6.
It's not a real weapon. Feel
You're
like
not a
D4.
real weapon.
May D4s be with you.
Oh, you rolled
Well,
well.
I rolled 4.
You rolled well.
Yay.
I assume this is the one with a leg missing.
I assume it's whichever one was closest to me.
We shall
Same
name,
one.
We shall name him Legolas.
It looked. Legolas is on its last leg as it comes up with 5 legs. You thwack it over the head. It's just kind of buzzing upside down, very unhappy. And the 2 wasps, one of them will attack you, one of them will attack you. Both of you give me a defense roll.
Poor
Agility.
guy doesn't have a leg to stand on.
I
Oh, I did it
hate
again.
you so much.
Man.
The best way.
8.
8, I will be killing you.
Probably.
11.
11, I will also be killing you.
But I get to roll a D4 and take 1 or 2 off my damage.
Yep, let me roll a d. Go ahead, roll. Is it odds or even?
Well, I rolled a 2.
That's even, so you take 0 damage. You, however, are probably going to die. Eat 6 damage.
You can save
Use
yourself
one
from
of
death
my-
with an
You
omen.
can use
Omens.
one of those to re-roll.
No, he can save himself from death with it.
I can re-roll someone else's dice roll, or I can lower the damage dealt by a d6.
What do you choose to do?
You would have to roll at least a 3 on your D6 to live.
Right.
Actually, you'd have to roll at least a 4.
No, you would need to roll a 3. That would drop him down to 0, and we would actually get to use those rolls.
I think I'll do the lower damage
Roll a d6.
dealt by.
In the basement, rolling dice.
Like
You're
a wizard. 3!
0 hit points! Let's hear what happens.
Yay.
Can I stuff the flowers in his mouth?
On your turn. That's a great idea.
Really should have given yourself those temporary hit points
Add
last turn.
0. Give me a d4.
Live and learn.
And then get loves.
You are currently broken, as according to the rules. Let's see how you're broken.
Story
Roll
of my
low.
life.
4.
4.
Do you have any omens left?
I have 1 omen left.
I recommend you use it because that is just dead.
Okay. So what do I?
You re-roll, I
You
guess.
re-roll a d4.
I have to Okay, so that's my only option.
Well, yes. Unless you're okay with death. Death is always an option.
Well, yeah, I mean, 2.
2. Okay, now give me a d6.
Why is this so complicated?
No one has fallen to 0 hit points in the system before. I'm enjoying it. How dare you?
Caleb's having fun killing me.
Welcome to Borg.
That doesn't count.
Borg.
Count me.
In the box.
Working
You
on
need
it.
a tower.
6. Cool.
Do I win?
You only lose an eye.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you can have one of mine.
But I can't see.
You can't
how.
act for d4 rounds, but then you become active with d4 hit points.
What's really funny is our camera is like delayed by a second. Yours is not.
Why? Why not? So, you lose an eye. Which one would you like to
Okay.
lose? Left or right? As the Hornet's
That's a good question.
stinger goes through one of them. Pick one.
I'd want to lose my left eye because it sees more warm colors and my right eye sees more cool colors, and I have to enjoy cool colors more.
It doesn't
Well,
matter.
If I have to take one out and only one is left, then it would have to be the right one.
Okay.
The right one's left.
I would have to take the right one out because there's only one left, and that's, so.
Okay, you get an omen back for that bad joke,
Yay!
but you still lose an eye.
Okay. So
We're not. Our camera's not delayed anymore.
Well,
no,
that's good.
right.
Thank you, people who are joining us to this shit
Aye.
show. So, you lose an eye. Good news, you're not dead.
Yay.
And you avoided all damage. Back to your turn. You're not alive.
I shoved flowers in his mouth.
He restores 1d4 hit points. Roll a d4.
I want to roll it. I'm healing you.
Okay. You've been doing good with 4s so far, so.
He has 1 hit point. As you cram flowers, you kind of break a tooth off. Trying to get the flowers down his esophagus using your fingers to just worm the flowers down his throat.
One's better than none.
And eventually he coughs as these petals come out of his mouth, and you have consciousness. What do you do with your remaining turn, mortal? As these two angry wasps are right next to you. One of them is almost
I
dead.
bring life.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what I can do at this point.
You have several options. One, you can attack the one that's very damaged. 2, you can leave this room and leave your comrade to deal with the threat.
You can give yourself.
You
Temporary
do
hit
have a
points.
healing kit,
True.
and there's the temporary hit point ability.
But can I
We'll
use
talk
the
about
healing kit?
Yeah, you said that had to be used out of combat.
that. Okay, yes, that has to be used out of combat, if I said that.
Right.
So, you want to use your temporary hit point ability? There's no way that could go wrong.
Sure, why not?
You lie on your back, pull out this scroll, and try to read it. Give me a presence test.
Roll well. 8.
You try to mumble out the words, and your mind just swirls in dizziness as the wasp poison mixes with consciousness and loss of blood. It does not end pretty. You're dizzy for the next hour. You can try again, but it will.
Just lay
Things
there.
get hard.
Just lay there.
I'm just gonna chill.
Bug's turn.
I put one of my eyes in your eye socket.
Bug's turn. One bug will attack each of you again.
I throw myself over his body. don't have many friends in this realm.
We will get there. If he gets hit, I'll let you take the damage. Go ahead and both of you roll a defense check. If you fail, she gets hurt. No armor.
I don't have armor either.
I know. Which is why it's
What
fun to kill you.
Is it a toughness roll for defense? Just a straight roll?
It's a agility roll.
Ooh, 15.
No.
You avoid the problem, so you like roll on your back to the side, and the wasp craters into the grating. The needle sticks into the wood. You gets shivved. Roll an armor check. Finally take damage.
2.
2. You take 1 damage.
Worth it.
Now give me a toughness check. As poison courses through your veins.
4.
You take an additional 3 poison damage.
Ouchies.
So 1 plus 3 is 4 more damage.
What?
So a total of 4.
Why?
1 for being stabbed by the needle.
Yeah, but I already taken that one.
Okay, so
so
just
you're
take-
messing up my math.
Okay. Sorry.
Don't be helpful.
How's that 1 hit point feeling?
So yeah, 1 hit point feels.
You should ask him. He has the same problem. So what do both of you do?
I'm used to it.
I'm used to it. Your last character had 1 hit point, so that's fair. So that was their turn.
Can I open the door and summon the donkey? Yeah, fine. I stabbed the one that stabbed me. Actually,
One of them is almost dead.
alright, well, I'll stab that one.
What were you thinking?
Just jumping down the hole. So I can recover my bear trap and spend a turn resetting it.
One of them's almost dead.
$17.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Nice.
Can I? Are they close enough that I can just go pfft with the 2
you have
stingers?
the 2-weapon attack. Go ahead and roll damage first. See if you can kill it with the first blow.
3.
3? Yeah, that's good enough. You use the first one and plow into this hornet, and it just collapses next to you.
Woo.
You use your remaining stinger to go after the one that is currently leering over Penny.
13.
13 is not quite good enough. Can you actually roll a d6 now? Because 2-weapon fighting opens you up for an attack.
6.
6? You're fine. After that, what do you do?
That is a great question.
Just lay there.
Yeah. I don't think I have
Play
a whole
dead.
lot of option. 'Cause
You can take the dodge action and try to defend yourself.
Play dead.
Making yourself look like an easy target, but you're actually avoiding problems.
I am pretty agile.
Okay.
So how do I do that? Just
Basically, whenever I attack you,
prepare.
I'll just let you roll twice and take the higher number.
Gotcha.
Cool?
I'll do that.
Okay. So now it is the single wasp turn, who is too amoral to know whenever he's probably going to lose or win. So he's just going to try and kill you. Go ahead and roll twice and take the higher number. Again, agility test. As his stingers are going into the wood, left and right, trying to find your abdomen. And the box.
That's better. 13.
Boof! It grazes next to you, but you avoid its stinger. You're pretty sure your repurposed organs like to stay inside. So
That's
you
fair.
avoid it. Barely.
Can I take the rope, put it around the bee's neck, and use one of the stingers to tighten it and try to decapitate it with the rope?
Give me a
You can
strength
just say
test.
no.
Give me a strength test.
Like, what's the, like, how difficult would that actually be for my character?
You have no idea. Give me a strength test.
I don't know if I would do that.
It seems just as reasonable as hitting with a stick.
14!
Alright, you lash this rope around it, bringing it closer to you so that it doesn't get
From behind.
Yeah, I know. Preventing it from getting that nice jittery, like, blitzy wing aspect to it. So you actually slow it down a bit. Now go ahead and deal your damage. Now it's just still a d4, but you're slowing it down as well, making it easier for
3.
3. Only 1 point of damage, but it wasn't wasteful because it is going slower. So you basically have this thing garroted as its limbs are kind of just clawing outward. Its stinger is just kind of reaching over its shoulder trying to get a good shot. And as a matter of fact, I will attempt to sting you, but I'm going to give you, you only need to make a number 10 in order to avoid it. So agility DR10. As it's going over its shoulder.
17.
17. You avoid it as the stinger goes past your head. Back to both of you. Oh, you didn't go last turn.
I was holding a defense.
Right.
A
And
dodge.
it was ripped off of you. Right. So, now it's both of your turn. You're currently holding on to this thing. Do you continue ripping into it?
Yes.
Go ahead and make a strength test with advantage.
That's 11. And 6. So 11.
You hit. Go ahead and roll a d4.
It's a 1.
No damage. You are holding it very taut, though. What do you do? It's
If
basically.
she's holding it, do I get an advantage to attack?
It is very easy to hit this thing
Okay.
compared to how it was jittering over you. It's only a 12 to hit as
I'll
opposed
go
to a 14.
I'll go for an attack then.
Go for it.
Here goes nothing. So what is that? A strength?
Yep.
It's 11.
11. Almost no cigar. You flail and it just grates against his legs. It will still go after your head.
Nabbit.
Do I still get advantage?
Yes.
Oh, that's a 2.
Don't use that one. In the box.
11.
11. Alright. What's your armor?
What do you mean?
Roll your armor.
No. Even.
Even.
4.
You avoid damage, so the needle goes grazing over your shoulder, scraping along, but does not penetrate the armor. It is just trying to drop you physically and doesn't understand breaking free. So you're in a good position right now. Try to decapitate it again. Give me a strength, and you're attempting to hit it, so go ahead and roll a strength as well. You're only a 10 to hit. You're a 12.
13.
13 hits.
6.
Does not.
3.
As you hold it in place, you pull back on the rope, and the head just goes forward, and you get this like satisfying as the head falls forward and the body just falls.
Yay.
Whoop, whoop. I would like to peer down the hole and see if there are any more down there.
Presently,
Yes.
no. You gaze down the hole. You only see a room filled with various storage items.
I would like to use my grappling hook to fish my bear trap back up.
Okay. It was closed, so you don't have to worry about it. You pull it back up, no problem.
I put it back on my back reset.
That's safe.
I would like to... Oh, let's use some of those healing... You have
That
a
would
healing
be good.
scroll and a healing and a medical chest, right? The chest only has 2 uses on it. Oh no, the healing scroll is the one you tried, right?
Yeah, I tried to use that
And you are
already.
dizzy.
And
when
I'm
you're
dizzy.
I mean, we might as well use the healing
For
chest. The
an hour.
likelihood of us living to use it in a more dire moment is slim to none.
True.
Yep.
It's also 7 o'clock.
I thought we were doing
Succeed,
7
multiply.
days.
If you fail, the
I don't
code
know.
doesn't work.
What?
I didn't know what we were doing, but I'm fine with that. I do have to go to the bathroom now.
706.
706.
So
Alright. So with that, you guys are currently...
So what does the healing chest do?
yeah, what do we do with the medical
You
chest?
roll a d6, and that's how much you heal.
Okay.
None of you are poisoned, so you don't have to worry about any
6!
issues. You lucky twig.
Full health. Yay.
That is so hard for you to get to.
Seems
So-
like it.
You guys are currently standing above this open vat of humid air coming
I'll
up
be right
at you. That's warm. And that is where we'll leave the session.
We're not going to go to 7:30?
No. It's a good pause point.
Okay. Well, thank you everyone who may or may not have watched this.
I hope you enjoy more Borg. I love this system.
We will not be morkborging next week because...
My mother's visiting.
But we will the week after.
Yep.
Alright.
Thank you for joining us.
on
and
Friday for Holy Hops. And we love you all and appreciate
If you want to see more Borg, 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Goodbye.
Till next time.